Welcome back to Workshop Wednesday. I'm the Whiz Kid. As you can see, we're at the workbench again with the East Texas Belt Boxcar. Today we're going to start weathering. Our first task today is going to be to weather the wheels. For that, we're going to use a little bit of Microlux Railroad Tie Brown and Microlux Rust. A micro brush, and I've already cleaned the wheels with 91% isopropyl alcohol and let them dry. So let's get started. First step, I'll just get in here in the wheel, around a few times with the Railroad Tie Brown, and do the same on the opposite side. Just trying to get down into the wheel there. Now, come back, a touch of the rust color. See how that really pops back there. While the wheels are drying, you can see that I've mounted a pair of KD158 whisker couplers in my coupler painting jig. This is a block of wood that has these clothespins that I cut a reverse angle on, just to hold the couplers in place. So we're going to paint a little bit of thinned rust colored paint onto the couplers, just trying to cover them, not gum up the mechanism. We want these to still work. And there we go. The couplers are done. I thinned the paint with 50% paint, 50% water, just to make sure that it would flow and cover, but not gum up the springs on these couplers. Okay, on to the next step, to weather the boxcar body. I've mixed up a little bit of paint here. This is an artist acrylic titanium white and a little bit of a medium gray, and I've added a bunch of water, as you can see on the palette here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the boxcar and we're going to do a wash. We're going to get this really covered here. Work the car, and as we work, we're going to work all this paint off with water. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes until I've got just sort of a little bit of a haze of paint, not this thick covering. So it took about 5 minutes, and the car is now covered in the acrylic wash. You can see that I wound up mixing some of the white with the gray, just to give it some variation on the car. This process is more about taking the paint off than putting the paint on, and working in vertical strokes up and down the car, rather than in scrubbing it. We want to work with the direction that water and other things would run off the car. So at this point, we're going to let the car dry, and then we'll be back to finish it up.